Walker Fowler is coming off 2 wins in a row. But make no mistake, talent runs deep this season. Can Bryson Neal return to the center of the box for the first time since round number 1? Will the Gator, Adam McGill, snag his first win of the season? And Jared McClure coming off a 3rd place finish, looking for his first win. Walker Fowler, can he hold him off for his 3rd win in a row? The stage is set for another exciting round of the Grand National Cross Country Series. GNCC on MAV TV starts now.
Are you ready to go GNCC Racing?
Hello and welcome to the 4th round of the 2021 GNCC racing season, presented by Specialized, an AMA National Championship. And we're here at the FMF Camp Coker Bullet in Society Hills, South Carolina. I'm Mikey Waynes, and I'll be taking you through today's racing action. We'll start things off with our Specialized race recap. And as our XC1 riders jockey for position, out front early it was the Gator, Adam McGill, Jared McClure, and right out front there he is, Walker Fowler, snagging the whole shot and the early lead away from the 2 riders. And Walker Fowler in this one in round 3 absolutely came out swinging. At one point early in the race, he led by more than 40 seconds, a lead that he would need because as it came down to it, Bryson Neal not with the best start for him on the season, but Bryson Neal would battle his way up into the number 2 spot. Wasn't easy. Took him a long time to get there, but when he did, he made this thing interesting. As you can see right there on screen, Bryson Neal, B. Neal back in about the number 4, number 5 spot in this one. Without a doubt, had his work cut out for him. But a heavy hitter and a heavy favorite as we headed into the 2021 season as the guy to battle Walker Fowler. And so far, so good. Eventually, Neal worked his way up into the number 2 spot, and it was mano-a-mano for these guys down to the wire. Fowler with a little bit of a lead right here, but that would quickly vanish as Bryson Neal found his way right on the rear tire of Walker Fowler and put on an absolute show for the fans out there in round number 3. As you can see, this is one more turn into the finish line. Walker Fowler looking over his shoulder. He says, wow, that's Bryson Neal. I got to move. And Walker Fowler's able to get it done with Bryson Neal on his heels.
I knew Bryson was going to be coming hard, so I just tried to, keep that gap, and I knew it was going to dwindle a little bit. He always rides good here.
I kind of got off to a little bit of a bad start, kind of got pinballed around. I was almost pretty well dead last going into the woods, and came through 2nd place at the end of the 1st lap, and Walker had about a 40-second gap. I knew it was going to be a long day. We was able to make up the gap by lap 3, and me and him had a really good battle last lap and a half. I got into the lead on the last lap, and we was kind of going back and forth, and it was a good one. Plans for this weekend, get off the line. The first 3 races, we haven't got good starts, so been working on that the last 2 weeks, get off this line smooth and easy, try to get top 3 and put myself in a good track position. And other than that, it's the same race plan. I know Walker's going to get a good start, so get with him, and we'll see how the race unfolds. And we got to either finish first or finish right on the grab bar. So that's the plan, and that's what we're looking to do here at Camp Coker.
Well, can Walker Fowler make it 3 in a row here today, or will Bryson Neal rebound and pick up his first win since round number 1 of this season? Row number 1 of the XC1 Pro Class is off and rolling, jockeying for position to take the All Balls Racing Whole Shot Award, and it is Walker Fowler out front, followed closely by the number 3 Yamaha of Cole Richardson, with the number 4 Jared McClure and the 551 of McGill bumping and grinding, jockeying for position still around the corner. And Fowler remains out front, trying to put a gap on the rest of the XC1 class. And right now, everybody's got to be thinking the exact same thing. We cannot let Walker Fowler out of our sights and allow him to control the pace of this race. We'll see who's going to step up to the challenge here today and battle Fowler for the win. As we'll make our way back down to the starting line here for the XC2 Pro-Am class and see who is going to duke it out there for the whole shot, courtesy of B&R Motorsports. Ricky Towery getting them set to roll. Waving of the green flag in the XC2 Pro-Am class is off and rolling. And who is it going to be? Who wants it? It is TJ Barrett out front in this one, right in front of Ronnie Rush. Rush coming off his first win of the season in round number 3, so you know that young man is going to be focused on picking up another win here today. But boy, what a start for TJ Barrett on the number 451. And he's going to have his hands full. We'll see how long he can keep Ronnie Rush at bay. Of course, like I said, Ronnie Rush coming off his first win of the year in round number 3. Without a doubt, a heavy hitter in this XC2 class. Keep your eyes on that young man. Back out front with the leaders, and it is still Walker Fowler in first place. Second place is Cole Richardson. And right there in third, that is the Gator, Adam McGill. The XC1 class is rolling. The XC2 class is rolling. We've got more coming up next here, GNCC on MAV TV.
Coverage of the 2020 Grand National Cross Country Series on MAV TV is brought to you in part by Specialized Turbo E-Bikes. It's you, only faster. Rocky Mountain ATV MC. Get ready. And by Yamaha. Revs your heart.
Welcome back to GNCC here on MAV TV. Fowler, Richardson, and Adam McGill remain very tight in first, second, and third. A very tight grouping between those guys. And Fowler, still the man in the driver's seat, still in control, but Richardson and McGill are right there, knocking on the door, looking for that opportunity to make a pass and get out front in this one. Back in the number 4 spot is the number 7 of Hunter Hart, followed closely by Jared McClure. These two have got their own battle going on right now, as there's a pretty good gap in between McClure and the rest of the pack. Hunter Hart got to be feeling good. Very strong start to the season in round 1 and 2. Ended up on the podium, and McClure, not the greatest start of the season for him, but he turned things around in round number 3, coming off a 3rd place finish. It'll be interesting to see if maybe something can shake up, and maybe one of those two guys, or both of them, still has a shot at a podium performance. Nonetheless, solid race for him, and the rest of the XC1 pack now single file through the woods of South Carolina. Very tight racing with Devin Feehan, the 406 machine, right there in the back of the pack. And Fowler, and Fowler takes out a tree. We'll see. Does it open up the opportunity here? No, Fowler still out front. Richardson second, and there is McGill in the number 3 spot. So, boy, Richardson and McGill both with a very small window of opportunity. We'll look at the replay. Bang! Walker Fowler doing his best lumberjack impression right there. Way to keep it on 2 wheels and then on 4, as it's supposed to be. Wow, what a move by Fowler. Way to keep his head in his helmet and keep ripping right there and maintain the lead. How he escaped with the lead in that one is beyond me, but right now he's on the throttle trying to put a gap on these guys. There is Cole Richardson, the Cole train, in the 2nd place position, and Adam McGill, the Gator. Gators love sand, and he's doing well right now, still sitting in that number 3 position. So still your first or your top 3 riders all trying to separate themselves from the pack. Now here's Hunter Hart on screen, the number 7 with the white plastics now. So, Hunter Hart on the move. Looks like he's put a little bit of a gap on Jared McClure now in the number 5 position. And then, boy, you've got a huge gap down to the rest of the pack. And this race, it's getting away from some of these guys. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty here at the FMF Camp Coker Bullet in Society Hill. It's time to see what the Cole train can do. It's time to see what the Gator can do. Do they have a trick up their sleeve to throw the lasso around Walker Fowler, get up there, make the pass, and snag what could be their first win of the season? We'll see if they can make it happen. But right now, Fowler's in the driver's seat. Fowler is controlling the pace of this race. And if he picks up his third win in a row, all the pressure is going to be on the rest of the XC1. We'll be right back after this. Well, GNCC is made up of more than just the pros. That's right, the youth ATVs took to the course here in South Carolina earlier today, and they didn't disappoint. My good buddy and my fellow Hoosier, Ty McGay, on the number 3 Honda, grabbing that early lead, battling for position with Caden Lambruno, cuts him off right here, bang, keeps that lead as they head into the woods. And McGay had a pretty decent day early on, ended up having some troubles, and did not have the finish that he wanted, but as things came down to the finish line, it was another Hoosier, the Brody Lee, the number 333 of Brody Lee, took his second win of the season.
I had a second place start, and then I was right behind Ty, and Ty just broke right before the finish. His rear end locked up, so then I just rode my race from there and just pushed as hard as I can, and I guess it just came out on top.
Well, congratulations to Brody Lee on the win. Caden Lambruno hanging on to the number 2 position. And Caden Spires rounding out your top 3 with Brody Poland in 4th and Bryce Poland rounding out the top 5 on the day in the youth ATVs. And well, this is bad news. If you're a Chris Borch fan, you hate to see this. Machine broke down. There he is with Dad taking a look at it. That's going to do it for the day for Chris, as his dad told him, nope, it's done. And more bad news. Bryson Neal, we wondered, where was Bryson Neal early in this one? Actually suffered a broken chain and has pretty well been in points salvage mode from this point. He knows, hey, every point he can pick up, very important as the season rolls on. Well, back out front, and it is still your same 3 riders out in front, with Walker Fowler first, Cole Richardson second, and the Gator Adam McGill sitting in that number 3 spot. We've seen that kind of accordion effect where the riders pull in tight together and then the gap increases, just kind of going back and forth right now. Hunter Hart, the number 7, still in that number 4 position, and Jared McClure still in 5th. A little bit of gap between those guys now, but still things shaping up. Going to be a good finish for them. I don't know if they're going to have a shot at the top 3, but nonetheless, fantastic ride for them. As Fowler out in front, Richardson right behind him now. But where's Adam McGill? The number 521, nowhere to be found. Is that going to open up the window of opportunity for Hunter Hart? No. There's McGill on screen, still in that number 3 spot, but kind of on an island by himself right now, trying to catch up to the pace of Cole Richardson and Walker Fowler. As Fowler comes in for a pit stop, tells his mechanic, Mark Mottman, no, I don't need goggles. I just need some rehydration. And so does the machine. Gets a little fuel, and he's off and rolling. We'll see how he comes out of the pits right here. So Fowler out of the pits and moving. No signs of Cole Richardson. I got to think he's going to pop on screen here in a second. And he does. But still, good time gap. Walker Fowler now trying to put a gap on Cole Richardson and seal the deal on his 3rd win of the year. See if he can get it done here. There is Adam McGill. McGill, no visor. No visor on the helmet, so without a doubt, McGill went down somewhere. That's where the gap came in. But nonetheless, it's Walker Fowler out front, moving, scooting right here. Richardson getting around some lap traffic, trying to get rid of that time gap and catch up to Walker Fowler. Looking smooth, both riders are. But boy, right now, Richardson doesn't look like a lot of sense of urgency right there. May have settled in, or maybe he's got a point picked out where he says, I know I can make up some time. Fowler on screen right there, got some lap traffic in front of him. Should make quick work of it, and we'll get an idea of just how far back Cole Richardson is right here. So 1 lapper, now I guess 2, because Walker passed another lap rider just a second ago. So at least 2 right there, and there he is, finally Cole Richardson peeking through the woods here in South Carolina, and he has got his work cut out for him as we get down to the nitty-gritty in this one. There is McGill on screen. Again, no visor for Adam McGill, so not sure what happened there, but obviously had a little good get off. Hunter Hart's still battling. Jared McClure still battling. Jockeying for position. We'll see how that one shakes down as it gets down to the wire. But Walker Fowler, the 6-time GNCC champion, he's got such an uncanny ability to control the pace of his race, to control the tempo of the race, and he's doing it right here today. Cole Richardson trying to find a way. The Cole train, man, where's the lasso? I got to catch up to this guy. I need a win. We can't let Walker Fowler take 3 in a row, but I don't know. Walker Fowler looks like he is not going to be denied. It is just him in this racetrack right now. And I believe, yeah, we got more lap traffic right here. More headaches for Cole Richardson. But, hey, these guys, they're racing their race as well. They know. They got their head up. They said, I hear the Cole train coming. Has he got enough to catch up to that man? Walker Fowler out in front here at the FMF Camp Coker Bullet.
Coverage of the 2020 Grand National Cross Country Series on MAV TV is brought to you in part by Specialized Turbo E-Bikes. It's you, only faster. Rocky Mountain ATV MC. Get ready. And by Yamaha. Revs your heart.
Walker Fowler has now completely taken over the race, nearing a 1-minute gap now, and he has all but sealed the deal on this one. Cole Richardson, the Cole train, he still remains in the number 2 position, but he's also all by his lonesome on an island by himself. No rider in front of him to key off of, no rider behind him, and same situation with the Gator Adam McGill. Now big gaps in between first, second, and third. Walker Fowler has done exactly what he needed to do to put his stamp on this one and seal the deal for his 3rd win of the season. There you can see Cole Richardson on screen, and as you can tell, by himself, nobody around him to key off of. A difficult situation, but nonetheless a fantastic ride for the Cole train here today. I think he'd agree that this is what he expected of himself in round 1 and in round 2, as well as obviously in round number 3. But getting it done here today, going to be putting it on the box in the number 2 spot. And there he is, Walker Fowler on screen in that number 1 position, making it look easy out there right now. Flawless, no riders around him. He can do his thing now. One more turn as he'll take it into the finish line and seal the deal. Taking the win here today, the number 1, the 6-time champ, Walker Fowler. Big congratulations to Walker Fowler. Look at the man. We always say, hey, act like you've been here before. This man has been here several times. It's business as usual. Another day at the office, a high five from his mechanic, Mark Notman, and we actually had a chance to catch up with Walker Fowler after the race.
Webcams and anti-gravity batteries got us off to another killer start today, and Cole Richardson and Adam McGill latched on for 2 laps. We had a really great pit. Shout out to the guys, all the WFR guys, everyone out in the woods. We had a good pit. We had a good communication out in the woods, and I only made 2 mistakes. One the first lap, and it's on Racer TV. I don't know if it was on the live, but it's on the TV show. I cranked a tree, and it broke, and I was able to save it. So shout out to Precision Steering Stabilizers, because that thing, man, I should have tore my legs up, should have tore the bike up, but I just kind of broke clear through that tree, and was able to stay out in front. I don't know if Cole didn't want to lead or he just was trying to figure out what I was doing, but mentally wore out. Physically, no, but mentally. That was a mental race. That was exciting there. That was just tough. You had to really stay on your toes, and you just had to really just think and use your brain and keep yourself out of trouble. And it was old school GNCC is what that was. So congrats to the GNCC guys for putting on an awesome race. Thank you, fans at home, my beautiful girlfriend, the Pipers. Give the glory to God. And, man, just Fly Racing, GBC, and all these awesome sponsors. Thank you guys so much for everything you do.
Well, Cole Richardson was able to hang on to the 2nd place position, and fantastic ride for him. He wants that win, but nonetheless, a solid day for Cole Richardson. We had a chance to talk with him after.
Yeah, obviously the year definitely didn't start out very good. We ended up with a 6th and then a 6th, a 3rd, a DNF, and a 2nd. So going off of last year, I think we started out with a second, a third, or an eighth of DNF, so we're off to a better start. That's the only positive, to the start of the year, but track was rough. I got pit board that Bryson was out. I saw Chris Borich was out, and Walker was riding good. He got away, and I just kind of set it in cruise control because, two of the top guys that I'll be battling in with points had a DNF, and there was no reason to, wad myself up. Second to last lap, I started gagging. Last lap, I puked in my helmet. It was miserable, but we're here.
Well, taking a look here at our top 10 from today, Walker Fowler with the win, obviously. Cole Richardson second, and Adam McGill, the Gator, rounded out the top 3. We also had a chance to catch up with the 521 Honda ride of Adam McGill after the race.
First lap was all right. Second lap started going away. Dude, I was into some of that big stuff in the back, and I got through it, got about 3 or 4 big whoops through it. All of a sudden, the bike started packing up, and dude, it was tight and miserable and rough. Dave Coons would have been proud.
Well, taking a look at our Specialized race recap, it was Walker Fowler grabbing the whole shot and the early lead in this one. And, well, honestly, he never really looked back from there. A fantastic performance from him. Now, Cole Richardson and Adam McGill fought hard throughout the day, had a solid ride from both of them. As a matter of fact, those top 3 riders for much of the early half of this race battled for that number 1 position, but it was always Fowler in control. Richardson in the number 2 spot and Adam McGill in that number 3 position. Now, they had some opportunities out there. Walker Fowler did make a couple of mistakes. Tough day for Chris Borich, ended up ending the day early, and of course a tough day for Bryson Neal as well. A broken chain, was able to get back out there, but it was point salvage mode for Bryson Neal throughout the day. But the big story was these 3 out in front, and Walker Fowler controlling the pace of this race. Adam McGill, Cole Richardson unable to find a way. This was a gnarly win right here. Walker Fowler absolutely taking a treat out of this one. That was probably the window of opportunity right there for Cole Richardson and Adam McGill. Unable to capitalize, though, and Walker Fowler, from that moment on, boy, he put his head down and he charged and put a major gap on the rest of the pack. When it was all said and done, took his 3rd win of the season. What a fantastic ride for Walker Fowler. A big congratulations to the top 3, Fowler, Richardson, and McGill, on the top 3 finish today. Well, that's going to do it for us. Thanks for watching GNCC on MAV TV. I'm Mikey Waynes. We'll see you at the races.